Hello, morning everyone. So we are going to start the presentation at 11 a.m. So there's about 2 more minutes. Please wait for a while. Okay, once again, thank you for your time. So is everyone can hear my voice now? Just want to confirm that. If that's good, maybe we'll proceed with the presentation. Okay. So first of all, my name is Kawei. I'm the sales engineer in Balluff, Singapore. For today, we're going to present the Balluff M12 connection portfolio in the next 20 minutes. Okay, now I'm going to share about what our content today. First, what is a cable? The next one will be the overview for the existing interface and also some simple introduction to the M12 connection and followed by the M12 coding type and application. And the next one will be why we're going to change from the 7/8" to the M12 connection. Last but not least is a Balluff M12 product. So let's come to the first title, the artery of industrial automation, the cable. So as we understand, the industrial automation systems are made up by multiple kinds of products and components, and each of the products have their own features and functions. Then how we going to operate in the automated system? We need the interoperation of the all component in the system. And for the cable, they are the connection for this interoperation. So this make the cable become the particularly critical and indispensable. Cable are like the joint of the human body, closely connecting each of the functional center to form a complete operating system. Without the reliable transmission of power or signal by the cable, it is impossible to automate the operation of the factory. That's also why we say that the cable is the arteries of industrial automation. There are various types of industrial cable interface, which we can divide into the rectangular, circular, and others. Among all the shapes, the scalar is the most common one, and we'll briefly list down some common circular interface type in the next slides. Okay, from the slide, we can see that we have the M5, M8, M12, M16, M23, and also the 7/8", which is an old design. Circular connectors are the most common type for the industrial power interface. According to different application scenarios, such as the current requirement and also installation environment, you can choose the suitable cable for your machine and application. Today, we are only focusing on the M12 interface cable, which is also the mainstream size in the industry. Next. So, why M12 is the mainstream? And we have summarized into the 12-point forms that will ease you to understand. The first one is a high protection level, which is the IP67, 68, or IP69K. This will depends on the application, such as the environment is a wash down, dusty, high pressure, and also the hygiene requirement. Next, screw or pull self-locking design. This is good for the vibration resistant, which machine also always vibrate, or even the application or your environment always vibrate. So the vibrate will cause a loose on the cable. This will prevent it. Next, resistant to extreme temperature. The operating temperature range can be up to -40 degrees to 125 degrees Celsius. This is suitable for extreme environments such as the photovoltaic and also the wind power. The current cable also designed to resistant to the corrosion. The stainless steel or the nickel-plated brass housing with a silicon seals for extended service life. This will good for the what we call the lifespan of the cable. Next, the compact design. As compared to the old design 7/8", this will be the smaller and also lighter. The sixth point will be the universal use. According to the international standard, Balluff cable always follow the standard. So not to worry about the application in what we call the compatibility. Next, the metal housing shielded from the electromagnetic interference. This will prevent the noise of causing the machine that will cause a faulty on it. We also built the cable that support the industrial Ethernet. And also with the expert M12 connector, the gigabit Ethernet support is achievable, which you can support up to 1 to 10 Gbps transmission rate. This is good for the machine vision and also the real-time control system. Followed by the high-frequency signal optimization. The gold plating contact and also the twisted pair design will reduce the signal loss. This is very important for the 5G factories and also the big data application. Next, we are also supporting the remote monitoring and diagnosis. Integrate the sensors and communication modules to achieve a real-time monitoring of connection status and enable fault warning. This will ease for the debug and also for the maintenance. Last, optimize energy management. We also support the PoE++ support air power supply to provide a high efficiency power transmission for industrial equipment. Then, we are going to introduce the M12 one by one according to the encoding type. So from the side, we can see that you have the A code, B code, D code, X code, L code, and also the S code, which is for the AC power system. We are going to jump into the A code first, which is a very common type in the M12. It's designed for the signal transmission and also power connection of sensor, actuator, and other device. From the structural design, it's designed for the torsion resistant design. These, what we call the housing and the cable glands, are made up with the hexagonal anti-skid lines, which are convenient for installation and also can prevent the rotation from loosening. Next, due to the environment requirement, we will have a sealing structure. The IP67 protection, the cable outlet is made of elastic, rubber sleeve, or coating compound to prevent the water vapor from penetrating along the cable. So this will suit for most of the application. Next, where this application to and is used for the industrial automation, rail transit, and also because of the good sealing structure, is applicable for the outdoor equipment. Followed by the B code, is designed for the industrial network protocols such as the Profibus and CAN bus, and is suitable for signal transmission in the complex industrial environment. Like what we said just now, the M12 have a good locking resistant to vibration design. So the metal thread locking ring after screw provide a stable mechanical connection. It's not to worry about the loose connection. Followed by the sealing and also the weather resistant. As an A code, B code, we also have a good sealing. So the IP67 protection is applicable over here also. So it's applicable to the industrial bus communication, automation equipment such as the PLC, industrial camera, and also the miniature sensor. Next, even in the electric vehicle and logistics system. So the vibrational resistant connection required for onboard equipment or packaging machinery, because due to the high vibration during the motion and also the operation. Next, we'll have the M12 decode. Circular connector designed for the industrial Ethernet, mainly used in high-speed data transmission. Scenario such as the Profinet, Ethernet, and also the Ethernet IP. Okay, same as the A code, B code, the D code also have a good sealing, and it comes with a good shielding because the Ethernet transmission. The mating interface adopts a silicon sealing ring to achieve IP61 protection against water and also the dust ingress. The 360-degree shielding design reduces electromagnetic interference and also ensure a signal integrity. It should make sure your signal transmission is stable. And also, the cable comes with a good adaptability. Support drag chain cable, the bending resistance and can reach up more than 5 million times. This is suitable for the robot and also the mobile equipment. So, It's applicable for the industrial Ethernet communication, real transit, and the harsh environment, and also the robotic. Especially for the robotic, we need a good bending resistance. Next, the item followed with the M12 Xcode is designed for the gigabit Ethernet for automation equipment, machine vision, and real-time control system that require high-speed data transmission. So to achieve this, what we call the high-speed transmission, a good shielding is needed. The 360-degree all-metal shielding, continuous conduction between the connector shell and the cable shielding layer, suppressing the electromagnetic interference. This will minimize the EMI. Next, the multi-layer sealing. The mating interface adopts double O-type silicon ring, and the cable outlet is pre-injection sealed to achieve the IP69K protection. Cable and connector compatibility is also applicable over here. Next, from here, we can see that the application we are using into industrial Ethernet, machine vision and AI quality inspection, industrial robot, harsh environment, and also smart factory, which need a big data transit. Okay, so we come to the high AC power application, which is the S-code. So it's used for the high current and also high voltage transmission. The high voltage transmission is needed for the what we call the industrial. So the S-code supporting the high power transmission up to 16 amp and also 630 watt voltage. And with a good sealing, we can prevent what we call the power leakage and also the electrical leakage issue. The flexible installation and maintenance. The wiring method is welded and threaded crimping, suitable for a variety of conductor. So where it applicable to? So it was used in the industrial automation, automotive manufacturing, renewable energy, and also the mechanical equipment. Followed by the L-code. So the L-code is designed for the high power connector and is for the industrial automation that are used in a harsh environment where reliable power transmission is required. From the structural design, you can see that the coding keyway, which the L-code is a unique keyway design that prevent the misinsertion and ensure the safety of the power transmission. Next, the shielding. Support the shielding to reduce electromagnetic interference and are suitable for the high precision equipment. Of course, when we come to the high power, we need a cable to be robust. So this cable is a robust design, which usually made up by the metal or the high strength engineering plastic. So where this L-code used to? This L-code also used to the industrial automation, industrial robotic, and because of the high power transmission, it can be used on the servo drive, AGV, and also new energy sector. Why? We need to replace the power connector from the 7/8" to the M12. So the 7/8" power connector have been widely used in the high power transmission scenario in the past, but the technology advancement and also change the industrial need, this type of cable are gradually losing its advantage. So what is the issue over there? The volume and the weight issue, the lack of flexibility, and also the high installation and maintenance costs. The last but not least, the poor standardization and compatibility. So we are going to talk about what is the advantage of the M12. So the M12 S-code and L-code connector are the key components of the industrial power connection due to their high current loading, wide temperature range, adaptability, and also the standardized design. We conclude the 5 advantage into the 5 aspects. So come to the first aspect, which is high reliability and also durability. With a high degree of protection, the IP67 or even higher, the waterproof, dustproof, and also vibration resistance is achievable. Next, we have a strong anti-interference ability. The L code and S code design optimize the power transmission and reduce the EMI that's suitable for the high precision equipment. The second aspect, miniaturization and also the compact design. Compared to the 7/8 inch, the M12 is a space saving, and also when it comes to a smaller size, means that the weight is lighter. The third aspect, efficient of power transmission. So the M12 cable now supporting the high current transmission, and also with a good conductor inside, we can achieve a low power loss. The fourth one, standardization and versatility. Unified interface. So not to worry about our design, because we are designed following the international standard. The M12 connector is an internationally accepted standard interface with a uniform dimension and electrical characteristic for easy integration. And also, because of the international standard, we have a strong compatibility. As long as you are using the mainstream brand, we are compatible to that. So this will ease your supply chain to purchase and prepare for the stock. Next, with what we call the international standard, we can have a large scale production, which will give a very good cost effective. And also, by following the standard, reduce the rate of failure will be lesser. Now we are going to share about some portfolio for our M12 connection. Balluff, we do supply for the M12 wire splitter, M12 receptacle, M12 COSFET, M12 power LS code, M12 keys, and also networking with M12 L code tag. So it's a perfect solution for the voltage application, networking modular, direct AC motor, lighting, and more. Okay, that's all for today. So if you have any question, you can ask us here. Once again, thank you for your time.